There are some things in life that should never be shared, not because we are selfish, but because wisdom teaches us to guard what is sacred. In a world where people talk too much, post too much, and trust too easily, we must learn that some things are meant to be protected. The Bible reminds us to be discerning, to guard our hearts, and to walk in wisdom. Not everyone around you wants to see you succeed. When Joseph shared his dreams with his brothers, their jealousy led to betrayal. Some people pretend to support you, but deep down they are waiting for you to fail. When God plants a vision in your heart, nurture it, pray over it, and act in silence. Move wisely. Not every dream needs an audience before it comes to life. Let your success speak for itself. Vulnerability is powerful, but only when shared with the right people. The wrong person can use your weaknesses against you. Even Jesus didn't entrust himself to everyone because he knew what was in their hearts. Be careful whom you open up to. Trust is precious, and not everyone deserves access to your struggles. Seek wise counsel, but don't let the wrong ears hear what only God and the right people should know. We live in a world where oversharing has become the norm, but wisdom teaches restraint. Not everyone who follows you is for you. Some people are silently jealous, some are waiting for your downfall, and others simply don't need to know. Protect your peace. The less people know, the less they can interfere with your life. Share wisely and keep certain things between you and God. Trust is a sacred gift. When someone shares their struggles, their pain, or their private battles with you, honor that trust. Gossip destroys relationships, ruins reputations, and damages credibility. The Bible warns against a gossiping tongue. It brings division and destruction. If someone confides in you, guard their words. Be a person of integrity. The way you handle others' secrets says more about you than them. True kindness does not need an audience. Jesus taught us to give in secret, to do good without seeking recognition. When we boast about our good deeds, we trade divine rewards for human praise. Let your actions be seen by God alone. Serve, love, and give without expecting applause. The greatest acts of kindness are those done when no one is watching. Guard what matters. Protect what is sacred. Not everything needs to be shared. And not everyone needs to know your heart. Walk with wisdom, speak with discernment, live with integrity. What do you think? Have you ever shared something you later regretted? Let me know in the comments. And if this message spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom-filled content. Stay blessed, stay wise, and remember, some things are meant to be kept between you and God. Not everyone around you wants to see you succeed. When Joseph shared his dreams with his brothers, their jealousy led to betrayal. The lesson is clear. Not everyone can handle the vision God has placed in your heart. Some will doubt you, some will discourage you, and others may even try to stand in your way. When you reveal your plans too soon, you risk exposing them to people who do not have your best interests at heart. Dreams and aspirations are delicate in their early stages. They need time to grow, to be nurtured, and to be protected. A seed does not sprout into a strong tree overnight. It stays buried, unseen, and slowly develops roots before breaking through the surface. If it is exposed too soon, it may not survive. Your dreams are the same. They need quiet, patience, and trust in God's timing. Some people pretend to support you, but deep down they are waiting for you to fail. Others may not intend harm, but their words of doubt and negativity can plant seeds of fear in your heart. When you share your plans with the wrong people, you open the door to discouragement. You may start questioning yourself, wondering if you are capable or if your dreams are even possible. But God does not place a vision in your heart without a purpose. He equips you for what He calls you to do. Wisdom teaches us to move in silence and let our actions speak. Success is best revealed when it has already been achieved. There is no need to seek approval from others when you have God's confirmation. When the time is right, God will reveal your purpose in a way that no one can deny. Until then, keep working, keep praying, and keep trusting. Jesus himself often withdrew from the crowd, spending time in solitude to seek God's guidance. He did not announce his every move, but walked in obedience, revealing things at the appointed time. Follow this example. Share your dreams only with those who will uplift you, who will pray for you, and who truly want to see you fulfill God's purpose for your life. Trust that what is meant for you will come to pass, not by human approval, but by divine ordination. Let your success be your testimony, and let your journey be guided by faith, not by the opinions of others. Vulnerability is a powerful thing, but it must be handled with wisdom. There is great strength in being open and honest about our struggles, but not everyone is meant to hear our weaknesses. In a world where people are quick to judge, quick to betray, and quick to gossip, we must be careful who we confide in. The wrong person can use your struggles against you, turning your moments of honesty into weapons of manipulation. Even Jesus himself did not entrust his heart to everyone. Though he loved all, he understood the nature of people. He knew that not everyone had pure intentions. Some followed him for miracles, some sought to test him, and others simply wanted to find fault in him. He was careful with his words, revealing deeper truths only to those who were ready to receive them. This is wisdom. Just because someone listens to you does not mean they are trustworthy. Some will pretend to care while secretly gathering information to use against you. When you share your weaknesses with the wrong people, you risk unnecessary pain. Not everyone will offer support. Some will dismiss your struggles, making you feel unheard and invalidated. Others may spread your personal battles to others, turning your private burdens into public discussions. This can lead to deeper wounds, making you hesitant to trust anyone again. But God does not want you to live in fear. He wants you to live with discernment. There is a time and place for sharing. There are people God places in your life who are meant to walk with you, pray for you, and uplift you. These are the people you can trust with your burdens, but choosing wisely is key. Even within your closest circle, not everyone needs to know everything. Some battles are meant to be fought between you and God alone. He sees what you carry. He understands your pain. He is the ultimate healer, and he will strengthen you in ways no human ever could. Seek counsel, but seek it wisely. Confide in those who are rooted in faith, who have proven themselves to be trustworthy, and who will not just listen, but will guide you toward truth. Some of the greatest healing happens in private prayer, in moments when you surrender everything to God rather than seeking validation from people. Trust that He will place the right people in your life when you need them. Until then, guard your heart, guard your struggles, and remember that not everyone deserves access to your deepest wounds. We live in a time where sharing every detail of our lives has become normal. Social media encourages us to post everything: our thoughts, our struggles, our relationships, and even our deepest emotions. But wisdom teaches restraint. Not everything is meant for public display, and not everyone who watches your life has good intentions. There are people who silently observe, not to celebrate you, but to criticize, judge, or even envy what you have. The more you expose your personal life, the more you invite unnecessary opinions, gossip, and even interference from people who do not truly care about your well-being. Some may pretend to support you, but their hearts are filled with jealousy. Others may take your personal information and twist it against you. Even when you think you are just sharing harmless details, you never know who is watching and how they might use that information. Oversharing can also lead to emotional exhaustion. When you constantly seek validation through likes, comments, and approval from others, you start depending on public affirmation instead of finding security in God. This can create an unhealthy cycle where your happiness is tied to how people respond to your posts, rather than the peace that comes from within. Social media should never define your worth, and the opinions of strangers should never dictate your happiness. Relationships, personal struggles, financial matters, and future plans should be handled with wisdom. Once something is shared online, it can never be fully erased. A moment of vulnerability on the internet can turn into years of regret. Some things are meant to be kept between you and God, not displayed for the world to see. What you share should be intentional, uplifting, and wise. Jesus often withdrew from the crowds to pray in solitude. He did not seek constant attention, but focused on his purpose. In the same way, we must learn to value privacy, guarding the things that are sacred in our lives. There is power in living quietly and allowing God to work behind the scenes without broadcasting every step of the journey. Move in silence, protect your peace, and remember that some moments are meant to be cherished, not posted. Social media is a tool, not a diary. Use it wisely, share what is good, but guard what is sacred. Protect your heart, your mind, and your life from unnecessary exposure. Let your life be a testimony of faith, not a public spectacle for people who may not truly care. Seek God's approval above all, and you will find a peace that social media can never provide. Trust is one of the most valuable gifts a person can give. When someone opens their heart to you, sharing their fears, struggles, and deepest secrets, they are placing a sacred responsibility in your hands. How you handle the trust reveals the kind of person you are. The Bible warns against gossip and betrayal, reminding us that a trustworthy person keeps a confidence, while a gossip destroys friendships and causes division. When someone entrusts you with their personal struggles, it is not just information, it is a test of your integrity. Betraying a secret can cause irreparable damage. It can break relationships, ruin reputations, and inflict deep wounds that take years to heal. Once words are spoken, they cannot be taken back. A person who shares someone else's secrets may think they are only engaging in harmless conversation, but they are, in fact, tearing down trust and damaging lives. The pain of betrayal can linger far longer than the moment of gossip. The one who trusted you may never feel safe opening up again, not just to you, but to anyone. God calls us to be people of integrity. If someone confides in you, it is not your place to share their story unless they have given you permission. Even if the information seems small or insignificant, it is not yours to give away. The world encourages sharing everything, but wisdom teaches restraint. Holding on to someone's trust is not about secrecy, it is about honor. It is about respecting their vulnerability and protecting their dignity. There may be times when keeping a secret is difficult. You may feel tempted to share it for attention, to fit into a conversation, or even to warn others. But before you speak, ask yourself, is it necessary? Is it helpful? Is it loving? If your words will bring harm, division, or shame, then silence is the better path. If someone's safety or well-being is at risk, seek guidance from a trusted authority rather than spreading the matter publicly. Jesus himself demonstrated perfect trustworthiness. People came to him with their brokenness, and he never exposed them for the sake of gossip or judgment. He showed compassion, guided them toward truth, and restored them with love. This is our example. We are called to be a safe place for others, to listen without judgment, and to protect what has been entrusted to us. A person who can be trusted with small things can be trusted with greater things. If you want to be someone others can rely on, prove yourself faithful in little things. Be the kind of person who holds confidence with care, who values integrity over idle talk, and who honors the trust given by others. In doing so, you not only build strong relationships, but also reflect the character of Christ. True kindness does not seek an audience. In a world where people crave recognition, many do good deeds not out of sincerity, but for attention. Social media is filled with videos of people giving to the poor, helping the needy, or performing acts of kindness. Yet many of these moments are staged for likes and comments rather than done from a genuine heart. But God calls us to a higher standard. He teaches that when we give, we should do so in secret, not seeking applause from others, but rather seeking His approval. When good deeds are done for attention, they lose their true value. Jesus warned about this when He spoke of the Pharisees, who performed acts of righteousness in public to be seen and praised by men. He said they had already received their reward, human praise, but no reward awaited them from God. True charity, true love, and true kindness do not seek recognition. They are done because they are right, not because they will be seen. Seeking attention for good works can also lead to pride. Instead of focusing on the needs of others, it becomes about self-promotion. The motivation shifts from compassion to self-glory, but God looks at the heart. He knows when kindness is genuine and when it is done for show. The real measure of goodness is not what is displayed for the world to see, but what is done in private, where only God bears witness. There is also a danger in making others feel like charity cases. When people record themselves giving to the less fortunate, they may think they are inspiring others, but they might actually be stripping away the dignity of those they claim to help. True kindness does not humiliate. It lifts others up without making them feel like a spectacle. Jesus healed, provided, and showed love without making a display of it. He often told those He helped not to tell anyone. His actions were driven by pure love, not a desire for fame. The greatest acts of kindness are often the ones that go unnoticed by the world but are seen by God. A kind word, an anonymous gift, a helping hand extended with no expectation of return. These are the deeds that carry eternal value. Instead of seeking recognition from people, seek to please God. The rewards He gives are far greater than the fleeting praise of men. So when you do good, do it quietly. When you help, do it humbly. When you give, do it for the love of God, not for the applause of the world. True kindness needs no audience, for its reward is in heaven, not on a stage. Life is filled with choices about what we share, how we act, and how we treat others. The wisdom to guard certain aspects of our lives is not about secrecy, but about protection. It is about understanding that not everything needs to be spoken, not every thought needs to be shared, and not every deed needs recognition. There is power in silence, strength in discretion, and wisdom in knowing when to speak and when to remain quiet. The world encourages openness to the point of exposure. Social media conversations and daily interactions can often make us feel that we must constantly explain ourselves, seek validation, or put our lives on display for others to buy. But true peace comes when we learn that some things are meant to be private, sacred, and preserved from unnecessary attention. There is beauty in moving in silence, in allowing God to work behind the scenes, and in letting our actions speak for themselves without the need for applause. Trust is one of the most fragile things we handle in life. Whether it is the trust others place in us, or the trust we extend to others, it should never be taken lightly. The way we handle secrets, personal struggles, and private matters defines our character. A person of integrity knows when to remain silent, when to listen, and when to protect what has been entrusted to them. Being careful with our words and actions does not mean living in fear, but living with discernment. Even Jesus, in all His wisdom and love, knew that not everyone deserved to hear everything. He shared deeper truths only with those who were ready to receive them. He performed miracles in private, withdrew to quiet places to pray, and did not seek human validation. His life was an example of how to walk with purpose, speak with wisdom, and give with sincerity. We too must follow this example, knowing that everything we do should be for the glory of God, not for the recognition of men. At the end of the day, the things we keep private and the things we choose to share should all be filtered through wisdom. Ask yourself, does this bring glory to God? Does this help or harm? Does this need to be said? Or is it better left between me and God? Learning to discern these things will lead to a life of greater peace, stronger relationships, and a deeper connection with God. So guard your heart, protect your peace, and live with wisdom. Not everything needs to be shared. Not every detail needs to be exposed. Some things are meant to be kept between you and the one who sees all, knows all, and rewards those who walk in faithfulness. Let your life be guided by discernment, not by the need for attention or validation. What is done in secret, God will honor openly in His perfect time.